I'm pretty excited to share this post and these ideas with you. Okay, so today's post, I'm exploring the emotional side of stuttering alone, right? So, what this post is about is answering and exploring the question, do you stutter alone? Now, what that means is when you're alone and you're reading aloud or you're recording yourself in a video or a video journal, or you could be talking to a dog or a cat, um, and you're alone, no one else is there. And do you stutter when you're by yourself? And this is what I want to explore. And I just want to explain to you what happens when you're alone and when you're with other people as well. And you're going to find this probably valuable, right? And you're going to probably see the difference in thinking and what triggers the process of stuttering, or the process of the emotional reaction that you go through when you stutter. So for me, whenever I am by myself and I'm reading loudly, right, or I'm practicing a script or something like that, or I'm recording a journal video with myself, or I'm talking to my brother's cat or my sister's dogs, I have very little to no stutter, right? That's interesting. What's even more interesting, I find, is, and you may find when I explain this, is when you do stutter and you are alone, you don't have the same emotional reaction, right? Usually for me, I'm indifferent to the stutter or the block if I do experience it when I am alone, or it doesn't bother me at all, right? Now, why is this? Why do we have a totally different emotional reaction to stuttering when we're by ourselves, right? I explored into this, and the reason is that when we are alone, right, we're not trying to prove anything to ourselves. We're not trying to rush ourselves. We're not under any time pressure. We're not trying to seek connection with ourselves or please ourselves in any way. Basically, we are being authentic with ourselves. We are being authentic, right? Why are we very authentic and just freely talking to ourselves? It's because when we're alone, we feel safe on all levels of our being. Let me say that again. The reason why we are authentic when we're alone is because we feel totally safe being who we are on all levels of our being. Compare that to when you're talking to people, you are more likely to stutter, right? Now, of course, this is not the main reason or the reason why you stutter, but normally what happens when we do stutter, the following things happen. We are either trying to prove something or please the other person, or we're trying to talk under time pressure, or we're rushing ourselves, right? We are either trying to hide our stutter. Basically, there's a whole bunch of reasons that, and even the reasons I told you, it falls under being inauthentic, or we're not being authentic, right? And the reason why we're not authentic when we're with other people is because on some level of our being, we don't feel safe. Now, because we are so sensitive to our own internal talks and our own internal friction that happens, we can feel it. We can feel it. And I think, especially with me, when I can feel it and I know I'm not being authentic, my stutter gets worse, right? It starts to flare up again. But when I am authentic and I do feel safe, then I am authentic and I am freely speaking. Yeah. Here's another question, right? That will take you to the next idea, right? Is it possible to feel the same level of safeness when you are by yourself in a group of people, right? Is it possible to feel safe, very, very safe, where you can be who you are when you are with a group of people? Is it possible? I'll challenge you, right? I'm challenging you to explore this question. Really explore it, investigate it, spend some time looking into it. And when you can find the answer to this question yourself and it becomes your truth, your world changes, right? However, I'm going to give you the short answer, which you probably already know. Yes, it is strongly possible to feel totally safe in any number of social situations, right? It's totally possible. And when you feel safe, you can be authentic. And when you're authentic, you can freely just talk how you want, where you are not proving, you are not rushing, you're not under any time pressure whatsoever, right? So how do you build yourself up where you feel totally safe in any social situation, right? That's not an easy process or to explain in this short video. However, there will be a bunch of videos I'll share in my videos on social media, which I'll help explain you that. Also, if you do want to talk more about how I can work with you, then send me a direct message on any of my social media profiles with the word stutter, and then we can open up a conversation on how me and you can work.